Hey everybody, what it do? It's me, your boy, Joe Van, back at you again. But this time it's with Speed Round Catch-Up. So considering this is the first catch-up that I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and just start from the end of high school. Going beyond that point's too far of a catch-up where I'm just telling you my life story. So start at 18, go from there kind of a thing, right? Okay, so right after high school, I got arrested. Not my proudest moment, a little goofy. It's not like I was doing an armed robbery or something, but still. Following that, I lost my virginity. Then I went to college. Then I dropped out of college. Then I began a bad habit of drinking alone. Then I went back to college, this time with my BFF. We both graduated together, and then he went on to post-secondary education, but I didn't. I was pathless coming out. 4 years of my life passed with my drinking habits getting worse, and I'm jumping job to job like they're train carts. But I also started writing, something I did not do at all throughout high school. Then at the end of 2016, bam! I landed myself a job that I can actually afford a car with, so I got myself a car. Once I have a car, I decide to jump back on Tinder after a few failed attempts, and I end up meeting my current girlfriend. Who'd have figured, eh? So I come to a head 2 years later with my drinking problem after not really knowing who I am anymore and, figuring out what stopped so long ago. I end up having an emotional breakdown and I end up quitting drinking. Then I'm like, hey, that was pretty fun. What else could I quit? So I quit smoking. And then I'm like, hey, what else can I quit? So I quit my job. And then I'm like, wait, not that. It was too late, I quit. So now it's time to live my dream working in the world of entertainment. I got a couple of gigs as I headed off into the magical promise years of 2020 with nothing but beautiful golden opportunities awaiting. And then 2020 happened. I isolated myself with my girlfriend at her parents' place, and it turns out we worked really well together, living. I started pumping hours and days into YouTube video projects, something that I had barely ever even tried way back in 2013 when I started my YouTube channel. It was one of those things where it's like, I have the free time now and I need some kind of creative outlet, so I just went all in on that. And now I don't have any free time, but I still can't seem to stop. Then my girlfriend's parents decide to move back out to the East Coast after being in the GTA for 20 years. So it looks like my girlfriend and I are going to get a place together. After that point, I start working at a kids' TV show. Bam! Right after getting the job, my girlfriend and I get our place. And it's gorgeous. Come on, wicked. Then her parents give us a 65-inch 4K TV as a homecoming gift. Only thing is it doesn't have legs. It was wall mounted. The dad says, okay, as another gift, I'm going to buy you guys a Universal TV leg stand for your brand new amazing TV that we gave you. So I installed the legs by myself by leaning the TV screen down on the TV stand that is actually smaller than the TV, and after hoisting it up, proud of my accomplishments, turned the thing on to learn that it has internal bleeding. For me putting it down, it died under its own weight. There was no cracks on the outside. It's only once you turned it on you realize that the poor old bastard is bleeding out on you. The screen was fried. Lesson learned about the weight of heavy objects, I guess. With Black Friday upon us, my girlfriend and I decided to pick up a new TV just for ourselves. Side note, but since December I've been desperately trying to get the new Xbox Series consoles. During the pre-ordering, and then once it came out I was trying everywhere and they were just nothing was available. Online ordering wasn't an option. Going into stores locally, they were like, no, you can only do it online. I was asking every place ever I went to. It was ridiculous. So my girlfriend and I head over to the Best Buy where we're going to get our new TV. And as was something typical of me at the time, I end up asking the employee that's helping us, whose name was Ethan. If you ever go to a Toronto Best Buy and there's a guy there, amazing service. I asked Ethan if there happened to be any spare consoles like in the back or something. And he's like, no. But you should try going to every and any Shoppers. So I had already tried Shoppers, of course, and every place I go to, they say that they're sold out. So it's one of those things where you kind of surmise in your head, okay, they're sold out everywhere. But of course, as it turns out, it's one of those things where you do have to go to every single store just to check for sure. So as my girlfriend and I are leaving the Best Buy, we happen to notice a Shoppers in the next plaza over. So you guys probably already know where the store is heading, but I go into the place and I'm talking to the person behind the counter and I'm saying, do you got one of those new Xboxes? And she goes, oh, what, one of these fucking things? And pulls up one of the boxes and I'm like, oh. I was just completely done. I was finished. That was it, It was like that magical Christmas feeling you used to get when you were a kid. It's the first time I've experienced that in years. Oh, it's a thick baby right there. This whole video is basically just a flex to say that I got this Xbox. What up? Yeah, this is my baby boy. Okay, so aside from all that, I started a new podcast series called Unplugged. It's definitely worth checking out if you guys are interested. And what else? I was recently listening to Jonathan Van Ness's podcast where he was interviewing Alok, someone who's a non-binary individual, and it kind of got me thinking about the idea of identity, right? It's one of those things that we don't often really think about unless we're going through some kind of change or we're in a situation to self-reflect. But so my name's Joe, but I don't really think of myself as my name. You know, that's just something that everyone calls me, but like I don't consider myself Joe inside when I'm thinking of myself, you know, or when I think about myself. I just think about myself as me. I don't really have that name attached to it. Also, there's that thing where it's like, I'm a male, like I'm masculine, but that's also something that I don't like generally self-identify with. Not to say that I'm non-binary or trans or anything, it's like, yeah, I'm a guy, but I just think of it more as like a bodily function, like basic hygiene or sexuality. It's like this thing that comes to me, I don't come up with it. Like it's just something that's like placed on me where it's like, okay, I'm this thing, I guess. So actually on that note, when you think about even how thoughts work in your own head, you know, whether it's creativity related or not, the thoughts come to you. You don't come up with the thoughts, right? Like you can take ownership of your own thoughts after the fact, but when you actually think about how thoughts emerge in your head, whether it's choosing like where to go for dinner or whatever, right? You set up the situation for yourself maybe. Like if it's in a creative fashion and I want to like write something, I'll get in front of the computer, and so I set up the situation, but the situation is for the thoughts to come to me. Everybody can have their own personal philosophy about how identity works and who we are and what we choose versus what we don't have choice over, like our sexualities and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just something that I think about that I find really interesting. I don't know how many other people think about this kind of stuff, but not even creative thoughts, every mundane thought, every thought that you have that enters your head, it enters your head and then you react to it, right? You either act on those thoughts or you don't act on them. Yeah, I just find that really interesting. Anyway, so the last thing that I want to talk about, the last catch up, is that I recently got a test done. And I just gotta say, if you want to try to prepare for what it's like to get a COVID test, just think about the ancient Egyptians, how they would scoop out brains through the nostril. It really does feel like that. Anyway, that's it. Bye bye. Mwah. 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 Adios. Oh wait, one last thing. Is this gonna be a continuing thing? Who the heck knows? I just went over 9 years. So if I'm doing this again, it's not going to be anytime soon, but what are you going to do? I'm calling this a thing, right? It's a speed round catch up. What are you going to do? Okay, bye-bye. Now you can go. Get out of here. Fade to black. See you later. Peace. Because it's, you know.
That was going to be a separate video.
No, this is just all in one.
Oh, that's part of your catch-up?
It's a catch up that I'm thinking about this, yeah.